Welcome to Live Your Best Midlife. I'm your host, Jill Lewis. Join me for inspiring pep talks and expert interviews as we explore staying active, feeling great, and embracing midlife adventures. Whether you're an empty nester, a pickleball enthusiast, or just ready to rediscover your vibrant self, this podcast is for you. Let's make our mid-years our best years. Now, on to the show. Welcome back, everybody. This is Live Your Best Midlife. I am your host, Jill Lewis, and today I have a really good pep talk for you. And pep talk is really all about how to look and feel younger without spending one penny. Does that sound good to you? All right, let's get after it. I want to talk about how you can look and feel younger basically for free. Okay. So that's the thing. Looking and feeling younger doesn't necessarily require like the most expensive creams, the fancy body treatments, or a very costly gym membership. I think a lot of this stuff, you already have the tools that you need to boost your energy, to glow from the inside out, and basically just step into your most confident, youthful self, again, without spending one red cent. So in this pep talk today, I'm going to be sharing the best free ways to turn back the clock to feel amazing in your own skin. Whether you're over 50 and feeling stuck in a rut, or you just want to add more vibrancy to your life, these simple yet powerful shifts will help you to feel lighter, fresher, more confident than ever. And the best part, you can start today. So let's dive on in. It's going to be no surprise to you that the first one I want to talk about is strength training and movement, right? But here's the thing. Strength training truly is essential. I don't know how many times I've said on this podcast, it's the fountain of youth. Muscle is the fountain of youth. You have got. This isn't you should try it. This is you need to start doing this, okay? Strength training isn't just about muscle tone, though. It helps prevent osteoporosis, it boosts metabolism, it improves your posture, and it keeps you feeling strong and capable. Body weight exercises like squats, push-ups, and lunges are completely free, and they are incredibly effective, okay? Now, I know on YouTube somewhere, I have a lot of body weight exercise videos. If you can't find those, let me know and I'd be happy to send you one. I have done so many body weight exercises over the years and workouts because I travel a lot and I don't always have a gym accessible to me, but there's always something I can do. For instance, I might, if I'm on, now I'm more advanced, so if you're a beginner, you're just going to do what you can. But I might just say, you know what, I'm going to do 100 reps total of something. So maybe I'm going to do 100 reps of air squats, which just means like a body weight squat. And I'm going to do 100 push-ups. Maybe they're probably on my knees. I'm going to do 100 push-ups. I'm going to do 100 good mornings, which is basically like doing a deadlift without any weight at all. And maybe I'll do 100 sit-ups. I don't know. I'm just pulling stuff out right now, just as an example. And then I'm going to break that down maybe into 4 sets of 25 reps, or you could do 10 sets of 10 reps. So you break it down like you want to, but that to me is okay. Or maybe you're going to do 100 lunges, but you're going to break them into 4 sets of 25. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like you can do these kinds of workouts anywhere. They're totally free. They're very fast and they're super effective. So strength training, number 1, daily movement is number 2, and it absolutely matters. Okay, you don't have to make all your workouts intense, right? You just simply need to keep moving more throughout the day. Walking, stretching, playing pickleball. These types of activities are going to keep your body agile and youthful. So you've got to move every day. I talk about tracking my steps. That's a big thing for me. My 10,000 is my minimum step count that I prefer to get. Now, for some of you, that may be like, holy cow, there's no way I'm close to that right now. So you're going to try adding 1,000, if you're tracking your steps, maybe you're only getting 4,000 steps a day. Your goal is to get to 5,000 steps a day. So you got to start with where you're at and build from there. For me, 10,000 is my minimum. That's 10,000 means I was a normal active person today. I don't view, for me, 10,000 isn't like an excessive step count. To me, that's just being a normal human being, like upright and moving. So I really do pay attention to my inactivity as well. I want to make sure I'm not sitting. Have you heard about sitting? Sitting's the new smoking. So we don't want to be sitting so much. Okay. So we try to find ways in our day that we can get up and move more. And then we want to be getting outside every day. We want to be doing our best to get outside. I get if it's winter and you're in the north and you're like, really, Jill? But maybe that just means taking the dog out and walking around the block with the dog and you just got to bundle up. But here's the thing, natural light helps regulate your circadian rhythms. So it's going to make your going to bed at night a lot better. And overall, that's going to definitely make you feel better. It's going to improve your mood and it's going to increase your vitamin, excuse me, your vitamin D production. Now, just last week, we talked about the importance of vitamin D. So if you haven't listened to that episode, go back and hear all about, it's in the very beginning of the episode, why you need a vitamin D. Yeah, if you're not taking the vitamin D supplement, you can get free vitamin D from the sunlight, okay? Even a 15-minute walk outside can really do wonders, okay? So that was your first one, strength training and movement, absolutely free, all right? How else can we look and feel younger for free? Let's talk about some hydration and nutrition hacks. Number one, you guessed it, drink more water. Drinking water. Dehydration leads to dull skin. It leads to fatigue and it leads to poor digestion. Start your day with a glass of water and then just aim for consistent hydration. So while you're waiting for your coffee to brew, I want you to just pour an 8-ounce glass of water and drink it. That is just a simple daily habit that you can create. As soon as you wake up, the first thing that you drink before you put that coffee mug to your mouth is a glass of water. Make coffee the reward for drinking your water, right? You are going to start to crave that water more than you will your coffee. Okay. I guarantee you, if you continue that habit, you're going to start waking up going, oh, I'm so thirsty. I can't wait to drink that water. It's just like starting your day with a win. You're going to feel so much better. And you're going to look so much better. All right. Your skin is craving for you to hydrate it. We are walking around over caffeinated and we are dehydrated. So get yourselves some water. Number two. All right. Digestion starts in the mouth. So I want you to start eating more slowly and more mindfully. Chewing thoroughly and eating without distractions really does improve nutrient absorption. It's going to prevent bloating, and you overall are not going to eat as much. Okay. So your risk of overeating goes way down when you eat slower and more mindfully. As a society, if we think we've glorified being busy. If you're busy, then you're just, oh, wow, you're so productive. Good for you. So busy, getting so much done. When actually, we really need to not be glorifying being busy. We need to glorify saying no to things that don't serve us. But as you've gotten older, I think hopefully you're getting a little bit better about that. But the habits of eating fast and on the go have stayed with us. At least it has for my husband and I. That is something that I really have to work on, is thinking up, okay, I'm going to sit down, not in front of the television, that I'm going to sit at the table or at least on one of our bar stools at the counter, and I'm going to take a bite. And then after I take the bite, I'm going to put my fork down and chew my food. And then I'm going to pick my fork back up and take another bite. Try doing that. It's hard. So that's going to make you, though, chew more. You're going to eat slower. And I'm telling you, it is going to help with your digestion. And it's also going to make you not overeat so much. Also, with your nutrition hacks, have you ever tried intermittent fasting? This is one of those things with intermittent fasting people get so nervous about. But listen, I don't want you to get nervous about it because it's not that hard. Start with a 12-hour eating window, okay? So that means maybe from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m., you're going to consume all of your food for the day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then from 8 p.m., like you start your fasting window and it's 12 hours. So 8 p.m., you stop eating. You're not consuming calories. You're not eating anything that night. Maybe you're just drinking a little bit of water. And then you get up the next morning and you don't eat until 8 a.m. Come on. That is easy, right? That's all I'm talking about. Start there. See how you do. So that's where I start all of my clients. All right. So there's a tip for free. But that simple practice supports cellular repair. It improves your digestion. It's going to help with your sleep and your energy. And it can help maintain a healthier weight. It's absolutely free. Intermittent fasting or time restricted feeding totally works. And it's on a cellular level. And it's going to help you physically where you can see it. All right. All right. Let's talk about breathing and stress reduction. Now, I'm not going to get woo-woo on you and tell you that you need to start doing, the meditations and all of that kind of thing. If I'm in a yoga class, I would love for someone to lead me in a short meditation, but I'm not great at meditation. I'm just going to be honest with you. But I do want to talk about breathing and stress reduction. So let's talk about diaphragmatic breathing. And what's the difference between diaphragmatic breathing and just normal chest breathing? Okay, many people, me included, I've done this too, breathe shallow, like very shallow in the chest. That really does increase your stress. So think about this. Something's going on, you're feeling a little bit stressed, and your breathing is from your chest up, from your chest up to your neck. That's where your breathing is. It's those shorter breaths and it's all in your chest. Diaphragmatic breathing or belly breathing engages your lower lungs. It triggers the parasympathetic nervous system and it promotes relaxation. So when you breathe and your belly expands, that's more of a diaphragmatic or that belly breathing that we want. Okay. Instead of up here, chest breathing, up in your chest and shoulders, right? Okay, so let's talk about box breathing. So what is that? It's just a simple, powerful technique that was used by the Navy SEALs to reduce stress. You are going to inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, not a shallow breath. You're going to feel your belly expand a little bit. So you're going to inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. I want you to then hold it for 4 seconds. Then exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds and then hold for 4 seconds. And repeat that a few times to lower stress levels and to feel more grounded. Okay, so let's go over that again. I want you to try it with me. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds. And then hold for 4 seconds. That's your box breathing. You're just going to repeat that a few times. Stress is the enemy of youth, okay? So we want to relax. Also, what did I just do? I laughed. Laughing more. Totally free. Laughter naturally lowers cortisol and boosts your feel-good hormones. So watch something funny, reminisce with friends, or just find the humor in daily life. Now listen, this last one is an attitude adjustment. And one of my friends, I was just with one of my college friends, Holly, she was talking about being unbothered. And it's a mental shift that she has made in her life that, there's a lot of things out there that bother us. Did the election bother you? Is your spouse bothering you? Is your schedule, something at work is bothering you? There's all kinds of chaos happening in your family right now. Is that bothering you? Are your neighbors bothering you? There's just could be a million different things that are bothering. Traffic is bothering you. Anyway, she was just saying how she has started saying to herself, I'm unbothered by this. I refuse to let it change my attitude, to put me in a bad mood because if I let it, I'd be in a bad mood every day. And why do we want to do that? She's like, I'm unbothered. And I freaking love that. Like I'm using it all the time in my mind. Even when I'm playing pickleball and somebody makes a terrible call, and I needed to learn this a long time ago. Just be unbothered. Who cares? I'm not playing for money. Like I'm unbothered. Whatever. That was a bad call. Oh, I'm unbothered. Someone pulled out in front of me. Someone took my parking spot. Oh, I'm unbothered. So I do think that helps too, because there is something I've noticed, like the older you get, things really start to bother me more. But I need to be unbothered by it because just let things roll off. You're going to feel a lot younger. You're not going to look so grouchy. It's just overall, you're going to feel so much better. Here's another example of that. The food took a long lot. You're at a restaurant, took a long time to get to the table, or the waitress brought out the wrong thing, or maybe you had a drink order and wasn't what you wanted, and be unbothered, whatever. This is a blessing that I'm so lucky that I get to be at this restaurant with these awesome friends. Like, be unbothered. If you've been curious about intermittent fasting but aren't sure where to start, or maybe you've been trying intermittent fasting but you're not sure which protocol is right for you, well, I've got just the thing. The Faster Way to Fat Loss just created a brand new intermittent fasting quiz, and it's the perfect way to find out if your fasting routine is actually working for you. In just a few quick questions, you'll discover your fasting personality and get personalized tips to maximize fat loss, energy, and overall health. No more guesswork, just clear, simple guidance to help you fast smarter. And the best part, it's totally free. So just head to the link in today's show notes to take the quiz now. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Go take the quiz and let's make intermittent fasting work for you. Number 4. Okay, another way that we can help ourselves look and feel younger for totally free. Let's go over the skin and hair care without spending a dime. First, let's talk about lymphatic drainage massage. This is a simple self-massage technique that reduces puffiness, it improves your circulation, and it helps to detoxify your skin. This is where you lightly press and sweep your fingers from the center of your face outward, okay? Like I'm going to use my knuckle on my pointer fingers, and I'm going to go outwards. I'm going to go down my neck and towards my collarbone. That's going to encourage lymph flow. This is going to leave your face looking more sculpted and refreshed. All right. So I'm going to start again from the center of my face. I'm going to go outwards and then down the neck towards the collarbone. Now, you can do lymphatic drainage on yourself all over your body. Get on ChatGPT. Remember, we've talked about that a few episodes ago. Ask ChatGPT, how can I perform lymphatic drainage massage on myself at home? Okay. So easy. If you're still afraid of AI, then ask Google. But if you ask ChatGPT, you'll get the answer a lot faster. Another thing you could do for your scalp, give your scalp a massage for your hair health. Did you even know this? But massaging your scalp for a few minutes each day increases the blood flow to your hair follicles, and that promotes growth and keeping your hair looking full and healthy. Bonus, it's a stress reliever. It feels really good. Have your spouse do it for you. Just lay your head on a pillow while you guys are watching TV. Rub my scalp for 5 minutes. You deserve that. Another thing you could do that's totally free is a cold water face rinse. Do you ever wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, my face is so puffy. My phone doesn't even recognize me. That is honestly one of the most horrifying realizations is that when you go to open up your phone and for the reflection, when it opens it up, just your facial features technology, and it doesn't even recognize you. And you're like, oh my word, I'm so puffy and swollen this morning. Isn't getting older great? But anyway, a quick splash of cold water in the morning is going to tighten pores. It's going to reduce puffiness. It's going to boost circulation for a more fresh and awakened look. Trust me, I have done this one and I don't like cold water. But Matt, wow, is that a great one to do? But try finishing your shower with a few seconds of cool water to invigorate your skin and boost overall circulation. So that's the only way that I can really do. I wish I could say I love a cold plunge. I just don't. I know a lot of people like swear by it, but if you're in the shower and the last 30 seconds, 20 seconds, just turn it down to cold right before you get out. It is pretty invigorating for your skin and it does boost your overall circulation. So, highly recommend that or just the cold, like the face rinse. All right, number 5, let's talk about style and confidence boosters that don't cost any money. All right, all about free today. So, let's change up your hairstyle. Now, this does not have to involve an expensive haircut or color or whatever. I'm talking about just you in the mirror going, okay, what can I do to change it up a little bit? So instead of a drastic haircut, just try switching up your part. Sometimes, like I used to have a side part and then I switched it a couple years ago and started parting it down the middle. Something as easy as that. Okay. Maybe if you normally have your hair curled, try straightening it. Or maybe if your hair is very straight, try adding soft waves to it. But small changes can really refresh your look, keep you more youthful, and just mix it up. We all can get into a rut where we do the same thing all the time. Now, here's one I did a couple years ago too. I cut bangs. I had bangs for 2 years, and then I decided this past summer, I'm going to grow them out. Here we are 6 months later, still working on growing them out. It's just mixing things up and knowing that nothing's permanent. So if you've had the same hairstyle for years and years, maybe it's time to change it up. Just saying, talk to your hairdresser, see what she thinks. All right, go through your closet. Here's what I want you to do. This is easy, but yet somehow some of us like to really hang on to things. But I want you to donate anything that no longer fits well or doesn't make you feel confident. If you don't love it, why do we have it in our closet? And that's really a good thing to start thinking about when you do go shopping. Ask yourself, do I love this? Like, do you really love it? And if the answer isn't, oh my gosh, I love it, then why are we buying it? So I want you to just keep in your closet what you love and what you feel great wearing. Also, go through your closet and maybe if you have a friend that you think is more stylish, ask her to come over and go, hey, I've got all these clothes. I'm so bad at putting them together. If that's something you struggle with, go, I want to keep some of these pieces because I really like them, but I want to give them a new lease on life. Like I want to freshen up my look. How can I do that within what I already have in my closet? I think that would be a fun thing to do with friends. It really would. Go through your jewelry. Same thing. Sometimes like we've got some jewelry that we have kept, I'm not talking about your really good real stuff. I'm talking about costume jewelry. Get like a lot of this stuff just bogs us down and it's just, you're just going to feel so much lighter and better. And maybe it's down to even like coats. How many coats do you have in your closets that you're not wearing anymore? Or maybe you shouldn't be. Maybe they're just so old and you're like, wow, this is so dated. What am I doing? So that's really going to change up your look. I think you're going to feel so much better as well. Also, we talked about focusing on hydration earlier. Let's talk about trying a kind of a less is more makeup look. As we age, we tend to think we need more and more. I got to say, I don't think that's accurate. I do think there's certain tricks that you can do and maybe just finding someone, look up makeup tips over 50 on YouTube. Do the same thing if you're on TikTok. You're going to find makeup artists that are experts in that and that they can really give you good advice on how to apply makeup once we're getting all the wrinkles and the crinkles around the eyes and things. Because what you're going to notice is like more isn't more. Sometimes less is more when it comes to makeup. And as we age and it gets so much on us, it just doesn't look good. So We're staying hydrated, so our skin is going to be plumper. That's what we want. So between that and then let's think about something else. Your eyebrows, okay? Eyebrows are a big deal. Eyebrows make can make you look so much older or younger. So check out what's going on with your eyebrows. Do they need to be groomed a little bit? Is it something that maybe you're going to have to start penciling in a little bit more? Get on YouTube and start watching. Like I said, eyebrows for over 50. Maybe you're somebody that plucked your eyebrows in the 90s and you're like, oh my word, why did I do that? Look and see what are other women your age doing and find those makeup experts on social media. TikTok and YouTube are my two favorite ones to watch. And just in the search bar, type in makeup tips over 50, eyebrows over 50. You'll start to find, and then you'll discover you're going to find certain influencers or makeup artists that are more your style, and you can start following them, and then you can start practicing. Here's the thing, that's what all the younger girls are doing. That is what Gen Z is doing. They have grown up with social media, with YouTube. That's why those girls don't go through that awful, awkward phase that we went through when we were in eighth grade. These girls look amazing because they know how to apply makeup from the jump. We had to go through all those awkward phases of wearing terrible blue and purple on our eyelids. These girls don't have to, but that's why. It's because they are watching the experts and they're practicing. So give yourself some practice and think about less is more. If you've got good plump skin, you're staying hydrated, and you're using a moisturizer, maybe you don't need all of that crazy foundation. Maybe your concealer actually is causing you to look older because it's settling into the wrinkles and the crinkles, right? So maybe you just need a tinted moisturizer. Maybe it's just a matter of you're putting your blush on the apples of your cheeks when now as we're getting older, it actually needs to go up and out a little more. So find those makeup artists and learn how to do a more fresh, youthful face of makeup, that no makeup look. All right. Also, like just a touch of mascara sometimes is really all you need with that tinted moisturizer and a little bit of blush, a little bit of like lip gloss. Maybe it's if you're using like a super matte lipstick, you know, sometimes a lot of us, all we need is a nice lip liner and some really good gloss. And that's going to make you look younger too. Another thing I want you to work on is posing in front of a mirror. Or maybe put your phone on selfie mode and do it that way. But practice standing tall with good posture. That instantly makes you look and feel more confident. Well, you got your shoulders back and down. You're standing up tall. Practice how you pose for photos. If you are someone that you're just like, oh my gosh, every photo I look so awkward. Start practicing that. That's another thing you can get on social media. You can get on YouTube. How to pose for photos. Over 50, posing for photos. There's so many people. You can't imagine the things that you can look up and get help with. Okay. All right, let's move on to social and lifestyle shifts. All right. We talked a little bit about your closet, but I do want you, and I know you're thinking, okay, Jill, this is all about looking and feeling younger. But if you just declutter your space, I'm telling you, it reduces stress, and the stress shows up physically on our bodies with that internal stress. So, a clean and organized environment is going to reduce your stress. It's going to help you feel lighter and more in control. You're going to smile more. All right. Nothing looks younger than just a natural, happy disposition, right? I also want you to think about saying no more often. I touched on this earlier, but protecting your time and your energy allows you to focus on what truly brings you joy. So what was it, Marie Kondo? She'd say, does that spark joy? If something is not sparking joy in your life and you don't have to do it, what are we doing here? Something to let it go, especially if you're over 50. Let's start letting go of some things that don't serve us anymore, that we don't have to do. Here's another one. Start connecting with younger people. Oh my gosh, younger people, their energy, their enthusiasm is so contagious, helps you feel more vibrant and engaged. And I think that's a great one to do. And then I also want you to play more, whether it's pickleball or if it's a board game or it's just simply being silly. Adding more fun to your life is going to keep your spirit youthful. Pickleball, I feel like a kid when I'm out there. I love the competitiveness of it, of course, but it's just so fun to be chasing this ball and running and hitting the ball. And I don't know, there's something very youthful about it to me. Maybe that's golf for you. Maybe that's tennis for you. Maybe that's you and your spouse like to go fishing together. Or maybe you're playing cards with friends. There's so many ways that you can play more in life. And I highly encourage you to do that as well. All right. See, I want you to think looking and feeling younger, it does not have to cost a thing. Some of these may have really surprised you, that the direction that I took these, but we've got to just stop thinking in terms of this face mask and this facial and getting Botox and doing all of these things that cost a lot of money. I really want you, or plastic surgery, or we could keep going on and on. A lot of the things that are happening internal with us, things that are happening in our environment and how we take care of ourselves are really what makes the biggest difference in how we look and feel. So remember, it's these small intentional changes that add up. And the best part is you are in full control. All right. So I want to know, which of these tips will you start today? Which one? And just pick one. You don't have to do all of them, but which one will you start today? All right. If you love this episode, please share it with a friend who needs this little boost. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a pep talk that keeps you thriving in midlife. Until next time, let's keep living our best midlife. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for tuning in to Live Your Best Midlife. If you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that follow button. And if you want to help more people discover my podcast, I'd be so grateful if you could take a moment to leave a rating and a review. Your feedback not only brightens my day, but it helps others to find my show. And if you're craving some more behind the scenes action, follow me on TikTok at Jill Lewis Living or on Instagram at Jill B. Lewis.